Hey, what's going on, people out there in YouTube land? Here I am with another film review, but this review is something very weird. This is a very weird documentary that I want to talk to you guys about, and this is called Revisiting Melancholy de Engel. Now this is a documentary about a movie that I never thought I'd hear from again. That's right, a documentary about Angels of Melancholy, or AKA Melancholy the Engel, the controversial German movie. So yeah, man, this documentary is one of the most fascinating and also one of the creepiest documentaries I've seen. I have to admit. So this documentary is made by this Swedish filmmaker. It's called Magnus Blomdahl, and we open up with we go to get a look at Marion Dora's house, and we get to see the scripts for his films, the script for Melancholy the Wrangle. We get to see some of the props for his films, some mannequins, VHS collection, some videotapes, his camcorder that he used, a lot of very interesting stuff. And yeah, the whole documentary has this very creepy and weird vibe. But this is mostly because of Marion Dora. So we pretty much get a tour of all the filming locations. And there was one location where Marion Dora is talking about that I saw this girl, and she was doing a number two, and he was kind of like feeling sorry because he's like, well, he didn't have a camera and he couldn't film it. So very creepy and very disturbing comments that he makes throughout the tour of these locations. So it's very weird. So we see these locations, and some of these are very beautiful landscapes and very beautiful scenery. Um, of course, we don't see Marion Dora's face; it's blurred out. And yeah, man, he starts talking about like how this movie was not a fantasy; it was a case that happened a long time ago. That was loosely based on something that really happened in Germany, and a lot of like weird backstory about that starts going into it, man. So yeah, so we find a little behind the scenes information about this movie, but I feel like there was still a lot that was left out, and I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what to make of this. I watched it like the other day, and I still couldn't even like. After watching this, it made me more curious just to know more about the movie, because it's so very this movie has a very dark history to it, man. So yeah, so we see the locations, and we see what led to Marion Dora and Karsten Frank's why they don't work anymore, because Marion Dora wanted the movie is very controversial and it's very disturbing, but Marion Dora wanted to put even more disturbing scenes in this movie. And this movie would have been like a little over 3 hours long if Marion Dora had gotten his way. But Carson Frank was like, we can't put these extra scenes in this movie because it's illegal and we can get in trouble with the law and all this stuff. So yeah, man, there was a lot of illegal stuff going on, and I mean, I'm not surprised. If you've seen the movie, then you kind of know what I'm talking about. So then, but I gotta say, the most creepiest part of the whole documentary is the last 2 minutes of the documentary. It shows, well, you hear Marion Dora. He does a recording, and he kind of admits that he had to manipulate the whole cast. Like, he didn't show him the script for the movie, and he didn't really know the cast of the movie that well. They just started shooting, and he had to manipulate them to do all these sick and disturbing things that are in the film. And it kind of makes sense when you think about it, because like I don't think these people would have done like all the stuff that's in the film, without a little manipulation if you think about it, or if you've seen the film. So yeah, man, I don't know. It's one of the creepiest documentaries I've seen about a film, and I never thought I'd hear about this film again. But I do highly recommend you guys check it out. It's on here on YouTube. You guys can watch it for free. Just type in "revisiting MDE" and it should come up. And big props to whoever uploaded it. I think the channel's name is Terra Firma. Man, I'm totally surprised by this documentary though. I never thought I'd see, any behind the scenes about this movie. And yeah, man, I don't know what to say, but if you guys watched that movie and you guys want to know more about it, or you haven't seen Melancholy the Engel, but you want to know about it more, I highly recommend you guys watch this documentary, man. It kind of explains more about the animal cruelty, and all that stuff. All the stuff that, maybe a lot of people that seen the movie want to know, or maybe stuff that you don't want to know, I don't know. But it's there. You can watch it for free. Um, just type in "revisiting MDE" and it should pop up. But I highly recommend this documentary though for you guys. If you guys are a fan of his films, even if you're not a fan, it's still a good documentary on its own. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.